we're returning to Blake 7.
Yes.
Last time, not much happened. Bit of an ordinary episode, to be honest. No, it wasn't! It wasn't. It was a great one. And we had a lot of surprises.
Did Serverland's back. Nobody saw that coming, except, I guess, probably every single person that was watched this video. Like, how you didn't know.
I don't know. I thought I was open to the idea, but, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if it hadn't happened.
If you'd have told me, I'd have said, oh yeah, of course.
But
I kind of just ruled it out as, nope, that was that story done. We don't need to bring it back again. But apparently not. We're going to continue with this.
Yeah, okay.
What we got?
Ah, yes. Stardrive.
By Jim Follett. Another new name.
Stardrive. That's perfect name.
Is it going to be about engines?
That's the asteroid?
I prefer the Liberator to this set.
Yeah.
System right under the noses of the Federation.
Converging velocities standard
back.
by 1.
I'm sorry, Master, but as asteroids go...
Don't be sorry.
It's like a halfway point between Zen and Aurak. We're gonna latch onto an asteroid.
Now, but that was the backup system.
Oh no. Oh! Oh no. You said you didn't like the set. Well, it might be getting destroyed.
Maybe next time you listen to reason. If there is a next time, which seems unlikely.
Avon never seems to learn his lessons about listening, does he?
Nah, I mean, he just found out about Serverland still being alive, so that might be affecting a little.
Maybe.
Anyone for a party? I'm afraid you'll have to bring your own booze, because I've really drunk mine.
Sometimes, Villa, you can be quite disgusting.
Not so, my lovely. I can be disgusting all the time. It's easy. You know. It's what's happening to me now. All my past life. 14 I was when I was first into a penal colony. And generated an atmosphere inside the force wall so that a repair team could work in a vacuum without spacesuits.
Just giving Avon an idea.
Activate force wall.
Yeah.
Pressurize it with our air.
Tell us more details, Bella.
What else happened? Tell us more about your past, Villa. I was enjoying that.
I'm terribly sorry, but our force wall generator is in a poor condition.
Oh.
It's a great pity we didn't bring Aurak.
But I
Oh, thank God we didn't bring Aurak. Where is Aurak then?
Then do it.
Yeah, and what happened last time?
Drunk? Who's drunk?
You are.
Show me how to get drunk while playing water and I won't waste time.
Then why pretend?
Wait,
Because,
what?
My lovely Dana and Sulin, no one ever tells someone who's drunk to volunteer. It's
Oh,
one of Slade's
okay.
first war.
I'll try that. At work.
Perfect.
Stand watch.
I guess this is going to be a maintenance episode.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Ah, okay, I see. I think. Yep. It's like a larger scale of the healing thing.
Yeah.
Great.
Just use that roller on the ship. What's it called? The Scorpio. Just use a roller.
Yeah.
Roll over it. Roll over the hull.
Whoa! What have we got here?
Very sorry to disturb you, but I think I'll have to take you to patrol.
I like Slave.
He's respectful. You know?
Yes.
Protect us.
Not anymore!
Should get us back to base anyway.
Base.
Base?
What's base?
Oh. Oh, I guess we have one.
Oh, we're on. It's from episode 1.
Oh, is it?
We've made that our base. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense actually. What was the planet called again? Yeah, look at the name.
Zenon?
Zenon.
Is that it?
I think possibly. Oh.
Was there something coming up?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Every frame.
10,000 frames per second. It'll take us hours.
Is that the recording speed in the future?
Avon, I found something.
Did she really sit there watching, looking frame by frame?
Ooh,
Oh,
it was an entire ship. Well, small entire
Its
ship.
movement across and fitted with a new form of main drive unit.
Which also means
Stardrive.
that the photonic
Is rotating
Close up
possible?
his helmet.
I guess
It's a
not.
space rat.
Friends of yours?
Friends, space rats. There's no such thing as a friend of a space rat. They even hate each other.
What else do you know about it?
Casper, this is civilian freighter Scorpio calling Casper. We are not hostile. Repeat, not hostile.
please let us
We
in,
wish to
space rats.
negotiate
I know
alliance
you're
against the
like a
Federation.
cult. Please let us in.
Casper, this is
We want to
Scorpio.
join.
Do you copy? The state the final guidance is in, you'll be lucky not to end up in space on a reciprocal coordinate.
Excellent.
Oh no, we have seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a quarry.
And they seem to be separated.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
I'm stuck.
Oh. Oh gosh! Why?
what makeup and hair.
Dr. Preston.
That's crazy.
Place the photon shield.
They had fun doing that.
Oh yeah.
They suit.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
kind
I
of.
wouldn't.
It kind of like works though. In a way.
Exactly.
You of work put at risk by a couple of freaks who never take a bath.
Don't need a bath. Sweats regular.
Out.
Now look.
Come on, get out.
At least we got the advantage of surprise.
You're not the only one with a pair of binoculars.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? Hanging around? You wish to join us?
Not particularly. Yeah, this is.
So what are you making today? Today you're making a jellied lizard. It's for Blake 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll make sense.
Make it edible.
It'll make sense when you watch it.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's such an interesting, like, character set, I
Yeah.
guess. Is this the space rat theme or something?
Yeah. It's a really interesting soundtrack, this one.
Yeah.
It's different. It's not your typical Dudley.
But it still sounds like that.
It does still sound a bit like Dudley, though.
If it is.
Yeah. Ah, is that the...
Yeah.
This is a space truck.
Yeah.
So's this.
Teleport is out of commission.
What? What do you mean out of commission?
Not
Oh.
working. Keep your heads down.
Well, perhaps we could hide under here.
Get inside the chopper.
I was just gonna say that.
It goes bang. And you go splat.
Oh no. No, it'd be da da da.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't go splat quite yet, though, apparently.
No.
Just gonna...
I can now do without. So,
Probably can't.
let's see what it can do.
Well, they just won't be able to travel as fast, I guess.
Oh. Ooh. No.
The light push.
Yeah, the pillows are all there to make sure no one gets too hurt.
Yeah, the pillows are very convenient. Perfect room for a fight.
But yeah, like boxing rings need to have pillows in them.
Sofas, yeah. Sends from ceiling.
My space rats will be knocking out Federation heavy cruisers next for long.
Perfect, let's get these guys on our side.
Soon, we'll be speaking to our space choppers.
This drive was intended to be installed in a real spacecraft, not installed
Say
by a bunch of
the
murderous
Scorpio?
psychopaths.
Our agreement.
Agreement.
Oh no. Oh no, I think.
You know Dr. Flaxton?
Of course we do. Dr. Plaxton, how marvellous to see you again. Do you remember us, Dana and Villa, your best students? Seen these people before in my life.
No, come
They
on.
haven't improved. must be your new photonic space drive.
You
It
better.
doesn't look anything like as sophisticated as the prototype we were working on at the academy, but that's only to be expected having to work under these conditions.
Going right through the wall, and then run away with it. Is that it? Can we just run away with it? Is that a thing we can run away with?
What do you think of it?
I love how he's not noticing.
Even nicer if it's
No! That's definitely not perfect.
The door control.
Everyone just didn't do anything about that. It's like, oh, you're escaping, are you? I see. Yeah, okay, fine. Can we just teleport?
Well,
Apparently
doesn't it?
Oh.
We'll cover you. Take that.
I can't remember.
Where
if-
are we going with it? Just can we not just?
I can't remember if. I'm sure if you can teleport when there's no one there. I guess
Alright.
slave or
Slave
Alright.
and Alright. That's how
I
they've
don't
always
know.
done it.
In it, meanwhile,
Otherwise, that was very stupid to bring everyone down. Yeah, I don't really understand why we're having this shootout and we can't just teleport. Maybe they'll explain it.
I mean, they have the vehicle, so.
We're gonna drive back. Oh, did they land? They landed.
Oh, maybe. That would make a lot of sense.
You can't teleport when it's landed? I don't know.
Oh yeah, what was that?
It was a grenade.
Oh! Whoa! Ooh! Oh wow!
Hey, we've done it. We've got a new Stardrive.
Yep. And we have more of this.
Sorry, you have to report, Master. Dana, put them on the rear screen.
Perfect time to test out our drive.
What's the matter with your main drive?
It's a museum piece.
Standard fiber optic control connection.
It's fiber optics.
Then why
Excellent.
don't we install this now?
One more connection to... What are you doing?
Programming in the main circuit drive. We cannot run that boat. She's dead either way.
I don't understand that logic.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Oh, it's the fifth Doctor.
Oh gosh.
No, that was
cold.
also a Doctor Who joke, wasn't it? Dr. Plaxton, who?
Uh,
Was that? Am I stretching?
maybe? No, I think possibly.
It's also clearly a callback to this scene.
Photonic space drive has been finally perfected by Dr. Plaxton.
Who? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that from that.
Barbara Shelley's a
Yeah.
familiar name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
DSP. That was Stardrive.
It was Stardrive. We retrieved it, and a lot of other things too.
Well, not really any other things, to be honest.
Uh,
We just spent 50 minutes watching them lose their drive, find another one, and install it.
Well, what I meant is that we saw a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you just look at it from that perspective, then most of entertainment is kind of simple. Like,
There was not a lot of story happening.
there was a fair bit of walking around, you know, the surface of Casper, but at least we learnt about the space rats.
They were pretty cool.
Yeah, like there's more suggested. Like, yeah, you know, you can. It kind of allows you to think about the events that led to, like Plaxton working for the space rats. Like, how did they become involved and all that.
Yeah, I guess what I kind of imagine that maybe there was some like, you know, we'll get you the raw materials. You know, I think they did say that. They said that they agreed to get the raw materials and she build the thing
Okay.
or research on do the prototype or whatever.
Yeah.
That doctor was an interesting character. Like seemed to just care about the science, not like the use of it, which is
That's
you know
true.
there's parallels there with like the invention of the nuclear bomb, splitting the atom. You know,
Yeah,
not thinking about how your invention could be used for bad,
Yeah.
and it will be used
Yeah.
for bad. Absolutely, with these guys, first thing that it's used for is to kill her, killed by her own invention.
Yeah.
Uh,
That is that's the ultimate irony. Although that was partially because of what Avon did.
Yeah,
definitely. Turning on the main drive.
I didn't really understand the logic there.
Yeah, that seemed that seemed kind of weird. Like, what would the alternative have been?
I don't know.
That would have killed her anyway?
He seemed to say she was dead either way.
Yeah,
but there's no, you haven't suggested what the other thing is.
Exactly. Exactly.
I thought the script was not excellent. And actually, I know I praised DSP last time, but it wasn't as good here. Felt like a lot of the scenes were rushed and a lot of the scenes were too slow. It was a bit, I don't know, unbalanced. Between, at the beginning, lots of... what happened in the first 15 minutes, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what was going on there. All I know is by the end of it, we'd lost a drive and we had to buy a new one.
They ran into
an asteroid for some reason, somehow.
They tried to latched onto it, in a way. Or at least they thought about it.
Did they latch onto it? No.
Well, not physically, but,
they crashed into it.
No, but before that, they were, oh, no, I'm sure before that they were talking about doing something strategic with it.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
But what for? Why?
Well, it was just in that moment.
Right, okay.
It was just in that moment.
They just felt like doing something strategic with an
just
asteroid.
Feel like doing it.
I don't understand. The first 15 minutes could have just been cut off of this episode and it would not have made a difference.
Well, it did feel like it was going to be a maintenance episode.
And it was.
It wasn't that. Yeah, it was.
It was a maintenance episode.
Yeah, I will say, it does kind of remind me of a Season 1 episode, or Season A episode.
Yes, it really felt like a Season A episode by Terry Nation, where,
but at least,
it felt very standard.
Yeah, but at least we don't get many like this.
Yeah.
This is it's a step along the way.
Yeah.
Now that they have the drive, they can go places even further again.
Are we going to actually use it? Are we going to use this? We didn't. We've used it right there at the end.
Okay, I suppose
escape, but
when you put it like that, there probably isn't actually much room to use it because that's just how they travel.
Yeah,
it's kind of entertaining to watch in a way, but
some of it was, yeah.
But I can understand your kind of complaint of it not really having much to it.
It was very, very dry, and that wasn't just the quarry.
Yeah, but you got to use your imagination.
I liked Slave. Slave is possibly our best supercomputer that we've had.
It's got more personality than Zen, but it's not as annoying.
It's not annoying. It informs in a slightly entertaining way of current events. That's what you should do as the ship's computer. Zen, I never had a problem with Zen really either.
No.
But yeah, that's done right, I think.
Okay.
And Aurak remains done wrong every single
a backup.
time. We didn't deal with any Servalan Federation-y stuff.
No, we're back to that as well, where it's every other episode.
Maybe, yeah. We didn't even bring it up, which I thought was odd.
No, I mean, you could guess that Avon is slightly affected by it, because obviously at the end of the last one he was like, we've got to do this right this time.
You could.
But at the same time it's not actually.
You could impose that on Avon, but I think if we'd have had this episode before the last one, we wouldn't have questioned it. Wouldn't have said, oh, there's something irking Avon. I wonder what it is. We would have just been like, yeah, that's Avon. That's his personality, acting in character. And he did. It is, I think, even despite what happened last episode. I just find it so odd that we haven't discussed it. All of his questions, that I have as well, and that you have. How is she around? What's happening with that? How did she survive? And we're just like, we'll move on. We'll use an asteroid and we'll run into an asteroid instead.
That's to be found out in the future.
It is,
maybe
but we didn't even mention it. Why? No. This episode should have been before the last one and save Servalan for later on. Give a bit more room to come in later on in the series as we're building towards the end. It just felt out of order. It felt like this was written first, possibly even written that way, and maybe they moved them around.
I don't know.
But it just felt so odd that we did not even mention it at all. Like, we talked about the Federation.
Yeah,
but
that was
we didn't
mentioned
say,
even
oh,
by
I
the
wonder
space
if
rats.
Serverland's involved. You just throw in a line just to remind us that it's happened and we still need to figure this out.
Yeah. Villa, not drunk?
That was fun.
Yeah.
The
Villa had
characters
some-
were all well done in this.
Yeah.
Dana got some great stuff.
Brilliant, yes.
Um,
Kind of a fun episode.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bit light, you know, on... Yeah, even if it's a bit light.
What was there was the bit that Dana, what was she doing? She was trying to pretend that she knew the Doctor.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's probably the highlight of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana and Villa were the highlights of this, I think. Yeah. Cool. So that was Stardrive.
It was. Yeah. Oh, Barbara Shelley.
Shall I look up that name?
Yes. Who?
I'm guessing she is not going to come back. Like, much like a Series 1A... much like a Series A episode, we've rescued someone who's now on the ship, and they're not going to come back next episode, and that's how we're ending.
But I mean, at least then it was like you assume that they're just gonna take them to wherever they need to go, and you know
every time
that they liberate. I don't know. Well, that seemed to be what happened a lot.
we even had that at the beginning of season 2. I think the one with the shadow drug, I think, ended that way as well, where we rescued those two people, and they ended with them like saying, "Oh, that button there destroys his garden" or something, and they press it, and that's how it ends. That was a good ending. I like that one. Yeah, more than 100 films and television series.
Wow.
Notably, Village of the Damned, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Quatermass and the Pit, the film. It's a familiar name, so I'm sure I've seen.
Yeah. I reckon those titles are kind of familiar, so...
5 from me.
5.5.
5.5 from you.
Yeah.
Mine was a yellow 5, in case you couldn't tell there.
Yes, which is...
Disappointing.
yeah.
Because I think there's some good characters. I think there's some fun... The space rats are really cool. There were some fun moments. But I'm struggling to understand what the pitch was. I can't imagine... Who was the writer? Jim something.
Yeah.
Him going to Veil Armour and saying, "Hey, I've got a great idea for a Blake 7 episode. They have to find a new space drive."
Okay. I think it would have been a bit more than that.
But, like, the premise is just so... Like, for Blake 7, which does weird so well... This is so standard.
Ordinary.
It's so... Yeah, it's
But
so ordinary, and they land on a planet, and they have to steal a better space drive.
But there's weird around it in the Space Rats.
But that's why I'm saying it's disappointing, because you could have put those in a much more interesting story.
Okay, makes sense.
The framework for it wasn't there, I didn't think. Whereas maybe some of the detail was.
Fair.
And that's really why I'm a little disappointed by it. But did enjoy aspects of it.
Okay, fair enough. We know.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we'll see you for the next episode, which should hopefully be a little bit more, I guess, eventful.
I have no idea.
We'll see.
Like, what if it's not? What if it's the worst one yet?
We'll get to that.
Outro.
Outro.